Hello everyone, welcome back to Voidheart Studios, and today I am really excited about what I'm going to be reviewing. And honestly, I don't know if this should count as a regular review or a nostalgia review, because honestly, this is a pretty old blaster, and it's a big part of high-performance Nerf history as a whole. This, and what I'm reviewing today, is the Captain Slug Caliburn. The Caliburn is a 3D printed blaster designed by Captain Slug, and it is a pump-action, spring-powered, magazine-fed primary that is compatible with both full-length and half-length darts. This thing is amazing. Now let's start up with the front. Up at the front, you have an exposed barrel. This, I believe, is an 18-inch barrel. I don't know. But it's a barrel. This is a standard compression barrel. And this is kind of the front muzzle piece. To hold the barrel in, underneath the priming grip, there is a screw here. That just holds the barrel in. And it's got a pretty tight fit. You won't be losing your barrel anytime soon. Back behind this muzzle piece is the pump grip. This blaster is pump action, so to prime, you do that. The prime is relatively smooth. It's not the smoothest prime in the world. Like, you're not going to be like, oh my god, that feels like butter. Because it doesn't. This blaster is from 2017, and it's one of the first ever 3D printed blasters. Of course, going all the way down the top is a Picatinny tactical rail, and I don't even know what you're going to mount this close to your face, but I'm sure some people are strange enough to like their optics like that. Back here is the magazine well, and like I said, this blaster is compatible with both full-length and half-length magazines by just using a mag adapter. You don't need to change out the breech or anything. I would demonstrate my mag adapter right now, but I'm going to wait to do it until my firing demo in order to but just, there's a lot of friction in here with my Dart Zone mag adapters, so it's just going to be a pain in the ass getting it out. But yeah. Back here, but I will show you an N-Strike full-length mag. This is a 12-round magazine from the Nerf Scavenger, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, whoop. I hit that slot point there with the prime. There is a weird little slot point here with the prime that could kind of hiccup on you a bit, but overall, it's not terrible. And as long as you make sure you're being really good and really nice and hard with your prime, you'll be fine. And this grip that I got it with is perfect for that. This grip is of course removable. It's a steep angled foregrip. But there's Picatinny rail underneath this little priming block so that you can put on whatever rail you so desire. Or that you can put on whatever grip you so desire. Which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Now back here to the trigger. This blaster does not have slam fire. But what is nice about that is you can deprime it, so you don't have to dry fire. And I would really recommend not dry firing this blaster at all. Because, and this is what will really date this blaster, it is not dry fire safe. Most printed blasters made nowadays are relatively safe to dry fire. but the Caliburn isn't. So do keep that in mind. Of course, back here is the plunger tube, and it's clear so you can see all the cool ridiculousness going on in here. I want to say the spring that's used in here is a K26. I don't know. It's a heavy little prime, and my arm is tired today, so I really hope I don't have any issues with my firing demo. If I do start having issues priming in my firing demo, it is completely human error and is not the blaster malfunctioning. Because I am a little tired. I just came back from my Nerf group meetup, and my arm is a little tired from running springers all day. So, yeah, that's really everything I need to go over with the interview. Now, this barrel is compatible with all of your friction fit B cars, and I totally didn't neglect to test that until right now. But anyways, last thing to note, the mag release is cool. The mag release is in a nice place where you can strike it with your firing finger, or you can strike it with your mag grabbing hand when you're going to pull out the mag. And that is, of course, for using full lengths. Of course, if you're using half lengths, you'll be using whatever mag adapter, and that will have its own half dart mag release. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for the overview of the Caliburn. Let's go out and fire it. All right, we are outside with my beautiful Caliburn, and I've got the target set up at about 60 feet away from me, which should be more than close enough to be able to hit with this thing. I fired a test shot to gauge my target range, and it went into the brush past 100 feet. So I will only be having 11 shots of our first ammo type, that being X-Shot Air Pocket full-length darts out of a Nerf N-Strike magazine. Look at that. That prime grit kind of gets to you, but oh, I'm empty. Okay. Next up, I have the X-Shot 15-round full-length mag filled up with 12 Adventure Force waffle head darts. This is to test dart compatibility as well as magazine compatibility with the newer X-Shot mags, because honestly, X-Shot mags are pretty dope. And I will start off by saying they do have a pretty snug fit. That's a lot of friction. And they chamber well. Let's see how our waffle darts do. That was short. At the table. I think I pocketed that one. don't know if it's something with me or what. Maybe I need to change out the foregrip. Maybe it's how I'm priming it that's wrong. Who knows? So it is definitely something with the spring. I wonder if it's the catch, maybe. Okay. Oh. That was dumb of me. Oh, I think I'm out. I don't know what that keeps hitting in the middle of the plunger tube to make it kind of hit like that, but whatever. I'm going to short darts now. First up, I'm going to be firing my Dart Zone Nitro Shot half-length darts out of a Talon Geometry magazine. That was bad. Oh no. I'm just multi-fed. Okay. Note, if your prime hiccups like that and you are using half darts, do not return it back to the front before trying to prime it again. You'll multi-chamber your darts. I think I just disobeyed my own rule. Yep. Okay. I really hate to sound like I'm making excuses. I'm not. I wonder, because that prime hiccup isn't because of my arm being tired. This prime is actually not bad, but I wonder if it's something either with the prime grip or the plunger head. Maybe this needs a good lubing. It may just need it may just need some lube. Not even gonna lie. It could just be something it's getting hung on. My biggest theory is maybe the catch is interfering with it in some way. But I don't know. All I know is we got some X-Shot half-length darts out of a Katana Geometry magazine to, of course, test for cross-compatibility. It is not the catch. I think I just double loaded. Oh, yeah, I just crimped that dart really bad. Anything in the chamber? Okay. That's it. That's it for the firing demo of the Caliburn. Those priming hiccups are something that I actually haven't seen in any reviews of the Caliburn, so I'm sure it's likely just an issue with my personal unit, and it won't be as much of a problem with yours. But anyways, that'll be it for the firing demo. Let's go inside and finish up the video. This is a little addendum of the firing demo for the Caliburn because, well, somehow, I don't know how, I fixed the problem. So, yeah, it's running smoothly now. A bit hotter and more humid today, so I got a little worse performance, but yeah, Caliburn works. Very reliable if you treat her properly. Remember, humans, always lube your springers. Alright, I am back inside with my beautiful baby, the Caliburn. Between filming this and the end of filming my firing demo, I actually opened up the back of my Caliburn to see what was up with the spring, and why it was catching about halfway through the prime, and just like you have to really like, I was gonna say jerk it, but with how I'm moving my fist, yank it, that's the name better. Move with brute force. The solution either comes to the way the spring bends, either causing that hang up, because the spring could very well interfere with the catch while it's compressing, if it just so happens to torque its way downward. So it just so happens to bow its way downward. So, what I'm talking about, where's the spring is when you are compressing a spring, it'll tend to bow in one direction. And that is because this blaster doesn't have a full long plunger rod like a lot of other springers do. It'll just bow like that. Not as aggressive as this spring did, but something along those lines. Covered in lube. Ugh. But I also lubed it, so if the issue was lubing, that should have fixed it as well. So, yeah. I will also probably change this foregrip to something along like the foregrip on my Lynx, which is a more Pyragon style foregrip. Just because I like vertical grips and having something to just kind of grab onto and yank on it. It feels better than having to like really grip this thing. But it's covered in lube. But anyways, other than that, the performance was great. I put the blaster up over, not my chronograph, but the chronograph at the meetup, and I got an average of about 224 with half darts. That was without the B car, so the B car is going to shave just a scotch off of that. But it is still, it's hitting decently over 200 with whatever this spring is. I'm thinking it's K26. So the K26 or K something. I'm probably going to put a K25 or an SF25 in here anyways. But, yeah. That is all the objective information I have to share for the Caliburn. Now to my personal opinion. I love this damn thing. This is just such an overly cool blaster that it's just like... It really just kind of immediately rockets its way up there to like one of my favorite springers. Just because it's big, it's long, it looks really badass. It feels really good to use, if you're not having a priming hiccup. It's customizable. There are different, like this is a front end kit for it. Like, normally the Gen 1 Caliburn just has, like, the exposed threaded rod. But this is a cosmetic kit that most people did for it because it just makes it look cool and it adds more rails. There's also a kit you can get for it that's called Railgasm, which is just... amusing. And... yeah, it's nice. And again, the compatibility with full-length and half-length darts. I don't know why you would use full-length darts out of a blaster that performs this high. But you can. And I will note that this blaster does have feeding issues with Adventure Force Waffle Head darts as well as Nerf AccuStrike darts. Utilizing those darts in this blaster, the heads being so thick and especially being really thick at the front, causes them to not feed properly through the blaster's compression barrel, so you do have those issues. But other than that, this blaster feeds well with every dart I shoved in it. I haven't tried it with Nitro Shot full lengths, but I have tried it with Nitro Shot half lengths. I've tried it with all my half lengths, and it feeds them pretty well. This is old reliable, the Nerf blaster. But yeah, I do really like this blaster, and now I'm going to put up the question, is this a good purchase decision? It really depends on you, the player, because this, as a blaster that hits comfortably over 200 FPS, are you going to be in that range? Like for me, my group's outdoor cap is 250, so this is perfect for me. A comfortable blaster with a reasonable prime that hits between 200 and 250, that's perfect. For you, it might not be. It could be your cap is a lot higher than the Caliburn can manage. It could be that your cap is a lot lower than the Caliburn should be used in. But, yeah. If you really dig the Caliburn aesthetic and want something lower powered, I would recommend going for the Captain Slug Talon Claw. It is essentially just a small Caliburn, except I think it's only compatible with half-length darts. Also, there's just a butt-ton of Caliburn variants. There's this one, the Gen 1, there's the U-channel Caliburn, there's the C3, the C4, the Talon Claw, I think there was a U-channel Talon Claw as well, the T3, the T4. Then there was the Mega Burn, the Rival Burn, I hope I'm getting my Rival Burn in frame, as well as, I think it was called the Second Degree Burn, but there's also it's a double barrel, double mag Caliburn, which is just super dope. But yeah, I hope I managed to lay out all the information needed to make a purchase decision regarding the Caliburn. And if you do want to get a Caliburn, why wouldn't you? I will leave buy links in the description for the Caliburn Gen 1, in which most of the places that sell the Caliburn Gen 1 will also sell the Caliburn U, the C3, C4. I don't know about the Megaburn or Rival Burn because they're kind of outdated. He didn't really produce them for very long, he being Slug. But other than that, the blaster's just overall a really nice high power primary. And that's all I really have to say on the Caliburn. If you did enjoy this video, then please do leave a like and subscribe, all the algorithm stuff that also helps you know when another video of mine is coming out. And let me know in the comments what your favorite Caliburn variation is, and I will see you all in the next video, when I'm also don't have my hands covered in lube. Goodbye!